Hey there, this is Jared James. I want to thank you for watching this video presentation. What I'm going to be showing you is how to create hyper-targeted online billboard ads to dominate your market in the next 90 days using perfect ads to get the best leads at the lowest cost possible. Now, this is going to be a presentation. Now, a lot of different business industries are going to be watching this. So you might be a restaurant owner, maybe you're a chiropractor or a dentist or orthodontist, maybe you're an attorney. Maybe there can be a variety of different businesses. So as you're going through this, if I refer to clients or customers or patients, just, apply this and apply these techniques that I'm going to be showing you to your particular industry and your business, because that's what matters most, is how you can apply this into your business to grow your business, get more clients or customers or patients into your business. And now the reason I'm making this video is because I've had a passion for online marketing for several years. Once I understood the power of it and I started learning about it, I just had a fascination and an eagerness to always want to learn more about it and how to do it. So I've been working with different business owners. I've been doing different types of online marketing over the last several years, and it's just been a passion for mine. And I understand that as you're watching this, you may or may not have the same level of passion for online marketing, because you're in your business, whatever your business is, that's what your focus is. That's where you enjoy putting your attention and, making sure that you're doing your best work in order to grow your business and make, make the kind of money you want. So as you're watching this, just realize that you don't have to, if you get, overwhelmed with things, and just realize that, you don't have to do everything yourself. That's a big thing in business, is learning how to leverage other people's skills and talents and abilities in order to, multiply your results. Because I remember, when I first started in business, I wanted to do everything myself, and there's only so much I could do, and I wasn't great at everything. So I wanted to really focus, and it took me a while to learn this, but I'm going to show you some of the key things that we're doing, that you can leverage as well in order to actually grow your business. So, what most business owners want is how to streamline their lead and customer and client acquisition, right? They want to have more consistent sales. Maybe they want to hire more employees. They want to possibly expand their business, maybe have multiple locations. They probably want to run their business without the stress of uncertainty, wondering where their new customers are going to be coming from, how to keep up with technology, what's working now, all these different types of things. They want to, be able to dominate their market and operate outside of scarcity and really just feel abundance with their business and what they're doing with it. And ultimately, business owners want to make more money so that they can create the future that they want, provide for the people that they care for, and ultimately, live the life that they truly desire. So if that resonates with you, then please stick with me on this presentation. I'm going to show you some really cool stuff that's possible for your business. And so in this video, what we're going to be covering is how to prevent getting burned and blowing up your budget with Google, SEO, Facebook, or anything else that you may have tried or maybe you're currently doing, and how to generate highly relevant clicks, but also pay less than the market. I'm going to show you some cool things with that. Also, how to guarantee that you get the highest quality of leads possible, and also how to have this launched without any risk. There's some cool stuff I'm going to share with you. Now, let me just show you here. Billboard ads, they can work, right? They can work. And here's just kind of a funny example, licensed plumber on duty. So they can capture attention and get a lot of visibility. But there's, a few issues with them. Number one is it's not targeted, right? So there's high traffic, but there's low relevance, and people are driving. They're not necessarily paying attention to the billboard, or wanting to pull out their phone and, call the business or remember a website. And, a lot of billboards that they may not even have a website or a phone number. This is just, it says their company. So it's good for like branding, but there's no ROI that this company is going to get from their billboard, right? And it's very similar in different types of advertising that a lot of business owners do. So you might get a lot of visibility, but low relevance. So I'm going to show you how to shift that, we could shift that to create more relevance, where we target specific areas, and we can even zoom in and become more targeted. And I'm going to show you a few cool ninja things here, that it's not just about the geographic location, but we can just, zoom in on who your ideal customer is. Who do you want to reach and target? Because there's some really powerful ways that we can utilize that with technology these days. So, billboards, they had their place. They still have their place. I mean, they could be used effectively, but it's almost always going to be out of budget for a small or medium-sized business who just wants to get more clients or customers or patients into their business. So I'm going to show you a couple things regarding Facebook ads and Google ads or Google AdWords in this presentation. Now, there's other strategies and methods that we use, but these are the two kind of key ones that we can create a lot of really cool campaigns to target your ideal customer, right? So when it comes to Facebook specifically, I'll just go into a little bit about the ad targeting and some of the different possibilities, because you may or may not be running Facebook ads right now, and you might not know all of the different ways that you can target who you want. So one thing to consider even before you set up any ads is to really think about and know who your customer is, who your ideal customer is. Like, is it a male or a female? Is it within a certain age range? Obviously, if you're a local business and you work with people in a particular area, within a region or a city, obviously targeting that region or city is going to be the most effective for you. But you could also target people that are first-time home buyers or people that are renters, right? So if you're in real estate, obviously there's things within that. There's other auxiliary industries that relate and that would benefit from targeting people who are renting versus a homeowner, right? So you can target with those types of things. You can target new parents. You can target, moms that have children between the ages of 0 and 2 or between the ages of 5 and 8, right? So if you're, an orthodontist, as an example, most of their patients are going to be parents of children within a certain age range. So being able to set up targeted campaigns that are specifically focused on women that have children in a particular age range in a geographic location can be much more targeted than, just having like a billboard that says company orthodontist, right? So that's just one simple example. Again, you can apply this to your business, whatever it may be. You can target people that have certain employers or a job title, right? So if you do like B2B, or if you're recruiting or whatever, you can target people that have specific types of jobs. You can, there's just so much that you can go into with Facebook. It's really kind of mind blowing. And not only just targeting, but there's something called retargeting, which you may have heard of. So let's say someone goes to your website and they don't purchase, or they don't fill out a form, and they don't get started immediately. Well, we could set up a Facebook pixel that then set up a campaign where people then go, people only can see certain ads that you set up that are only visible to people that have visited your website or that have visited a particular web page on your website. So let's say someone goes to your about page or your pricing page or different services you offer. If you have a specific service you offer in one particular page for that one service, and people go to that page, then obviously they're showing more interest than someone who just lands on your homepage and then leaves, right? So you could target an advertising campaign that gives people a special offer on that one service, or gives them more information about that one service in an ad, right? So it's much more targeted thing you can do. You can do this with videos as well. But again, you can, and if someone has purchased, or they have filled out a form, or they have landed on a particular page, you can exclude those people from seeing certain ads, right? So there's very, very specific targeting that you can do that makes it just like kind of spooky how detailed and targeted it can get. So it's really interesting. Obviously, custom combinations. You can get into more depth with like videos, people that have watched certain videos, certain amounts of time that they've watched certain videos before you show them another ad. So there's a lot of really detailed stuff that can be done with it that just makes it really, really effective for your advertising campaigns. So there's just a few things with regards to Facebook that are worth considering. Now, when it comes to Google, people are searching, right? So here in this example, we have for a plumber niche, and then plumbers in New York is kind of a sub-term of plumbers. But even within that, we have plumber Brooklyn, plumber Queens, plumber Bronx, plumber Staten Island. So there's different search terms that people are searching for, right? And I'm going to get into more details about this. You probably already understand, like, people are searching different keywords, but I'm going to show you how, if you're running Google Ads, you or whoever you're hiring, they may be paying too much with the technique that I'm showing you. And I'm going to show you how we do things a little differently here, and how you will be able to save money and lower the cost per your click on Google Ads that you're running. So, but as you can see here, we have, best plumber Brooklyn, top plumber Brooklyn, etc. So emergency plumber, etc. So people are searching a variety of different search terms for this particular industry when they're looking for someone to hire, right? As a plumber in this one example. So you want to make sure that you're, doing keyword research and understanding what are people actually searching for, right? And then, understanding that there's a purchase kind of a flow. Like, not everyone that searches one day is going to buy that same day. Now, with a plumber example, that's a much more of a kind of emergency situation most of the time. So a lot of people that are searching are going to, make a decision, call the business and set up an appointment right then. But not every business is like that. And there's obviously some people that, that will search for a plumber, but they won't hire them that same day. So the reason I'm mentioning that is because there's actually ways where, rather than bidding with Google Ads on all these terms, there's ways to put banners and videos and advertisements in front of the people that are searching these terms, or whatever it is, imagine it for your business, people that are searching for terms that are related to your business in your area. We can now put advertisements in front of them after they search, even if they don't click on our ad, or even if, we're not number one or anywhere on page one on Google for that search term, right? We don't have to worry about SEO. We don't have to, bid the highest, or you don't have to, worry about bidding against other big companies or firms that are, bidding on these certain keywords. There's ways to actually show people ads that have searched for these, but even if they didn't click on our ads, it's something called search retargeting, which I'll talk a little bit more about. But I just wanted to give you kind of an overview on the variety of different terms that people are searching. And you can, if you haven't done this, you can go to Google Keyword Ad Planner or Keyword Planner, and put in your keywords and just do a little bit of research. You could search and find and see what other people are searching for. You could look for keywords that that get the most searches, and you could potentially create content around those topics, around those keywords specifically. If you have a blog, if you do any blogging on your website for your business, there's definitely one thing to consider. And there's other stuff that can be done with that as well. But I just want to kind of give you a little bit more details on, what people are searching for and the depth in which it can go. Now, it relates to long tail keywords, because here's just, a simple example. But if someone searches bicycle compared to someone who searches beach cruiser, or someone who searches black 10-speed beach cruiser, the person who searches this long tail keyword is much more likely to want to buy right now. Like, they're looking for something specific, which means they are interested in purchasing this type of bike. Where if someone's just searching bicycle, maybe they just want a picture of one, or maybe they just want to, there's such a variety of things that they could be searching for with that general statement and that general topic. So it's the same kind of thing. Like, you might get, again, more visibility, but the conversion rate is much lower because, it's just a general statement. So when you're doing keyword research, and one of the things that we do is we look for the specific long tail keywords that people are searching for, that show that their intent to buy is high right now, right? So definitely keep that in mind. And even if it doesn't get as many searches, remember, the people that are searching for these long tail keywords are the people that are much more likely to want to buy, right? And they've done research, maybe they're ready to make a decision and move forward right now. So really, really consider that and think about that whenever you're setting up ad campaigns, or content or whatever it may be. Really look into the long tail keywords to figure out, how exactly you want to target and reach people that are ready to buy right now. Even being able to create specific ads that are targeted to those long tail keywords, right? I'll talk about more about that in a second. But here is just a kind of a little breakdown of, why a lot of companies pay too much for their Google ads. So their ad rank, basically Google has this algorithm for their, how they rank their advertisers' ads, and how they charge their advertisers for their ads. So their kind of secret sauce for rewarding is what they call their quality score, right? So the keyword that's searched, the ad that's being shown, excuse me, and the URL that people go to, right? Those are kind of three that come together, and also the user experience, right? So is your website mobile friendly? So many people are searching on mobile phones now. Does your website load quickly? Does it give people the information that they want right away? How long are they spending on your website? Are they leaving right away, right? These are all factors that go into how much Google charges you and where they place your ad on any keywords that you're targeting, right? So as you can see here, this is just kind of a general example, but the max bid for this advertiser number one is their max bid is $2. But because their quality score is so high that their position is number one. So not only are they number one, but they're paying less than all the other companies, all these other advertisers, right? And it's because their quality score is so high. And I'm going to show you in a second how one of the things that we do in order to improve that quality score by improving the click-through rate, right? Which means the number of people that see the ad, how many people actually click on it, right? So it has to be relevant to what the person is searching for. But as you can see here, this person down here that's in fourth, if their quality score isn't good, meaning maybe their website isn't optimized, maybe it takes too long to load and people are leaving right away. Maybe no one's clicking on their ad because it's not relevant to what the person is searching for. All these are different factors which Google looks at and will, reward or punish the people that give the user the experience that they want, right? So the people that have good ads that are related to the things that people are searching and they have a good user experience, Google, quote unquote, rewards them by giving them the number one position and allowing them to, get clicks for lower cost. And they could even have a lower bid on those keywords because, again, the user experience is so much better, right? So their overall quality score. So here's something that's actually pretty interesting that the Google chief economist said as far as their quality score. He said 60% of Google's quality score is determined by the click-through rate. So again, the click-through rate is, how many people that see the ad, how many people are clicking on it, right? So if you have 100 people see the ad and one person clicks, you have a 1% click-through rate. So you want to get your click-through rate as high as possible because, again, that's the majority of the Google quality score, which, again, as we see here, is an indicator of where you're going to be positioned and, how much you're actually going to be paying for each click. So it's super important that your click-through rate is high. And so one of the things that a lot of companies do, if they're running their own campaigns or if they have someone that does it, but they're not, they don't understand all these fine points, is a lot of times they'll just get all of the keywords, remember from doing like keyword research, they would like bundle all these keywords and even more into one ad group and then just run a campaign with all those keywords in one ad group, right? Or maybe they'll do one or two different ads, but they'll just target every single keyword that they can find, right? So they'll have, 100 or 300 different keyword search terms that they have so that anytime someone searches those, they see this one ad or one of these two ads. And the challenge with that, again, is because it relates to the click-through rate. So let's say, someone searches indoor plumber in Brooklyn, right? Let's say someone searches that, but then the ad shows something completely different. Maybe they're not targeting the city specifically, so it just says plumber in New York, right? So the person who's searching doesn't know if that's in Brooklyn or not, so they may not click on it, right? Or they could say, how much does a plumber cost? And the ad just shows plumber in New York, right? And it doesn't give the person the response that they're searching for. So the person doesn't click on it. So again, that's going to affect their quality score overall. If you have a low click-through rate, then that means, the Google sees it as the ad, or you as the business owner, isn't relevant to the person clicking it. So they're going to put you in a lower spot and make you pay more for your clicks, right? So it really pays to do this in a different way. I'm going to show you this in a second, but this is, kind of what most people do. There's more irrelevant clicks. So if even someone clicks on the ad, they go to the website And if they don't see the information that they're looking for, then they may leave your site immediately, right? You may have a high bounce rate on your site. And then again, Google looks at that. If people that click on your ads are only spending, 10 seconds on your website and then they leave, that's an indicator for Google to say that you're not giving them a good experience. So that, again, they might lower your your quality score. So what's even better than doing that, and this is something that we do, is the 1% or the 1-to-1 method, where basically we create specific ads in Google, and the ad is related to one or very few search terms, right? So if someone searches how much does a plumber cost, or how much to fix a toilet, then we would set up an ad that matches that search term, right? So if someone searches it and they find a targeted ad that basically will give them the answer they're looking for, then they are much more likely to click on it. Okay. So that's one of the things that we do. And again, it takes more time to set up, but once it is set up and it's working, then again, remember, you're paying less and you're now getting better results from it. So this is one of the things that we do, that we ensure with all our clients that we work with, is we set up campaigns like this so that, we are able to save them money on their campaigns, and it just works better like this. So that's definitely something to be aware of. Now, this is some next level stuff. That one of the things I mentioned a few minutes ago is, as far as, let's say someone searches how much do braces cost. Again, if you're an orthodontist, this would relate to you, but you can think about this as an example, and imagine how someone in your industry would be searching. So maybe, how much do braces cost? This person is obviously in the research mode, right? So they're not ready to, maybe they're not ready to find an orthodontist near them right now, but they're curious and they're doing research. How much do braces cost? Obviously showing their interest in getting this service. Okay. So rather than, having this ad be right here for this search term, or having a website ranked on page 1 for the search term, there's something that we can do, which again, I mentioned search retargeting. So that basically when people search these particular terms, we can now show them ads after they search. So if someone searches how much do braces cost, they click on a couple websites and they see, or even if they don't click on a website, they just see it right here. It's like, oh, okay, well, that gives me a general idea. That's okay. That's all I need to know for now. Right. So they're not going to click on an ad. They're not going to click on other websites. They might have just found their answer, and then, they go to do something else. Right. But because they search this, we can actually target that individual. And so we can show them, banner ads on other websites that they go to. We can show them, other text ads on other websites. We can show them video ads if they're on YouTube watching something that's not even relevant to braces or that kind of thing. We can actually show them targeted ads based on what they have previously searched for. Right. So we can show them a video ad that gives them more information about, saving money on braces. If, again, in this example, or Invisalign versus braces, what's better? So we can do these particular targeted campaigns that are set up, and we don't even need to be in, number 1 spot on Google Ads, or have, websites ranked in Google, because we're able to target the people that are searching and show them ads after they have actually done the search. So again, this is super powerful, because, people aren't just going to search and then buy right now. A lot of people, research and think about it, and need to figure out how much things are going to cost, and a lot of different factors before they, decide to do business with someone. So if you're in a business like this, or if you work with more higher priced products or services, then this is something that's super valuable, because again, not everyone purchases right away. So you can now set up campaigns that target the people that are searching and help them through the education and research process, and then show them a special offer at the right time, which then just, tips the scale in your favor, and they contact you and want to do business with you, right? So it's all about, planting seeds and having a campaign, not just having one ad. It's having a series of advertisements in this campaign that lead people through the buying process. So it's really, really cool stuff. And I remember, this might be you right now, because this is how I feel about this. I'm just like blown away as I continuously learn about this stuff and realize what's possible, and seeing what's possible with all this stuff. And it's almost like, oh my God, like, is this for real? And yeah, it is for real. Like all this technology stuff, all these ways to target individuals, it's like a whole new world. It's like Aladdin on his magic carpet, right? It's like a whole new world for us to explore, right? So it's really, really cool. So what we do is we set these campaigns up for our clients, right? And so we actually want to give you guaranteed results, right? Because we're so confident that this is working and that this will work for you. We want to guarantee you 50 leads in the first month that we work together. So, but before we move forward in that, one of the things that's really important for the people that we work with is understanding that it's important for you to have a actual sales process that is proven to convert people that are interested in working with you into actual clients or customers or patients, right? Because we can bring you people that are interested, but if you don't have a sales process in place to lead those people and have them, come in and do business with you, then it doesn't work. Like, we want to be able to work with people, work with companies, like you, ongoing for months and years to come and do a lot of good business together. And it really has to do, that can happen when, number one, we're able to bring you targeted leads, which we know how to do. And number two, you're actually able to convert those leads into new business for you. So if we bring you 50 leads, whether it's someone's calling your business or whether someone's filling out a form and giving you a lot of information and showing you that they're interested, how many of those can you actually close and turn into new business, right? So that's something that we need to be aware of, as we move forward. So I want to make you a special offer, and here's what you're going to get. So guaranteed 50 leads. And again, the price per lead kind of varies based on the industry, because again, if someone's an orthodontist, the value of a patient for them is going to be different than a yoga instructor who wants to bring in more people to their yoga class, right? So that's going to vary, but that's just kind of a mid-range example. But again, kind of the people that we work with generally have a higher lifetime customer value, because that way we're able to do better ad campaigns, and it just works better when it's more than just someone, that does a one-time purchase for, $20 or $30. So what we also set up is proven landing page. So we set up the landing page for you so that when we drive the ads and the traffic to that page, again, it's targeted, it's built to convert, and it gives people what they want, right? It's not a brochure website that just gives people a bunch of different information. It's going to be targeted to what they want. So it's going to be much more effective in bringing you more business, right? So we do that. We do that for you. We do the ad setup with, different, however many ad groups it takes based on the different keywords that we find that work for your business. Again, different industries, it'll work different ways. But we set that all up for you, right? In the proper kind of one-to-one method that we talked about. So that's incredibly valuable. Again, staff onboarding training. So we work with your staff. If you have a staff that handles the calls or handles, incoming contacts, and we have a PDF here. I'll show you in a second, or I'll show you here right now. This is just, and I know it's kind of blurry and hard to read, but we're gonna send you this after we get started working together. But what this shows is kind of the process that we work with you on to ensure that the leads that we bring you, you're able to follow up with them effectively and turn them into new business, right? So we have kind of the cycle, or these performance indicators that will show how good we're doing throughout the process. So we have the number of leads that we bring you, the number of schedules, people that schedule an appointment, people that show up, and the people that actually do business with you. Again, so this is going to vary depending on what business you're in, but basically people that are interested, people that say yes, and then people that show up and give you money, right, for the work you do. And so there's going to be different like closing ratios, but the people that the businesses that make the most and convert the most leads into new business, they follow up with these leads the same day, ideally within a few minutes. So it's going to be important to have someone there that is handling these leads that come in, or someone that's dedicated to following up with these particular people that are showing interest, because we don't want to, send you a lead and then 2 days later you follow up with them, because they're likely going to have found another solution by then. So you got to follow up with them immediately, follow up with them via text, via email, phone call. So there's a variety of different ways and times and methods in which this is important to do. And so we'll go over all this in more detail, later after we get started. But it's really important to understand that it's not just we bring you leads and they immediately, turn into customers automatically. Once you have the system, then yes, it can work in a much more leveraged way. And so we want to make sure that, the clients that we work with, they are either have a process like this in place that's already proven to work for them, or they're open to adopting a process like this that will allow them to convert more leads into new business, right? And this is going to work with the leads that we bring you, as well as leads that you may be generating on your own already. So this bonus right here alone can bring you more business that'll pay for itself, right? So you're going to get that training and those PDFs and material about that as well. We also do the campaign monitoring. So we watch the campaigns every single day, see how they're doing, what's working best, what's not working, why isn't it working. So we look more into it and figure out kind of what the issue is and diagnose it, and then tweak it and adjust it, right? So these click optimizations. So we can do split testing with our ads. So like which one is working better. For this search term, we have, 2 different ads that are working or that are running for this one search term. Which one is getting a higher click-through rate? So we're watching that. We're optimizing the clicks. We're, shutting off ads that aren't performing well. We're keeping and putting more of a budget into the ones that are working well, again, to bring you more results, because it's not like a set it and forget it kind of thing. A lot of people think that when they're, doing ad campaigns and they're like, okay, I set it up once, I got some clicks, I can just let it run. It's like you can, but you might be able to get a much better return. Or if it's not working, they might just think, oh, it's not working. This stuff doesn't work for me. It's like, well, no, maybe it's just how you did the targeting, or maybe you bundled all the keywords into one ad group, or, a variety of different things, right? So there's a lot of factors that go into that. So click optimization, we take care of that for you. And also, lead reporting. So not only are we're going to send you the leads that come in via text message, email, however you want to receive it, with all the information for you to be able to follow up with them. But we also send reports, spreadsheets, etc. So you see the list of all the leads we've generated for you. And then also, reports each week, kind of showing you the status of the campaigns, how's it working, what's going on, and then kind of next steps with our optimization and what we're doing. So the total value of all this is, $10,682 per month in value, right? But I'm not going to, we don't charge our clients that because we want to make this super simple and easy for you to get started. And we also want to make sure you get a return on your investment, right? An easy return on your investment. And that's why, we don't work with every type of business, because not every type of business that, watches this video or that contacts us is going to be a good fit. So we really want to make sure that, the clients that we work with and are able to really get a good return on their investment. So usually what we do is we get started with companies for only $2,500 a month, which is basically kind of the cost of the leads that we generate. And then we throw in all this other stuff as extra bonuses, right? We do all that stuff for them in order to bring them these great results. But what I want to do, because you're watching this video, I'm going to give you a special deal. And I'm not going to tell you what the special deal is right now, again, because we have, depending on what your business is and where you're located, there's a variety of factors that go into play when we set up our different ad campaigns. So I can't say, one size fits all, budget for ads and with the results that we can give you. But I will tell you that we can get started for less than $2,500 a month. And again, if you're in a business that has a higher lifetime value of a customer, then, if even out of these 50 leads, if you converted, 10 or 20 into new customers or clients, and if your lifetime value of a customer or client is $1,000, again, depending on what you do and what it is, then you're already seeing a tremendous return on your investment, even if it was $2,500 a month, right? So it's going to be less than that. But what I want to do before we get into more of those details is I want to have a call and set up a call with you. So you can actually click the button below this video to schedule a call with me or someone on my team. But we can chat more about what your business is, what your sales process is, kind of what's working, and then see whether or not this is going to be a good fit. Like, it's not going to be a sales call and, all this high pressure stuff to, twist your arm into getting started. Because look, if you watch this video, if you're watching this video right now and you decide to sign up with a call, then we know there's interest. So it's really just about seeing if it's a good fit. If you guys have a sales process in place, we need to make sure that, you will have a sales process in place. that you're able to convert these leads so that, that does turn into new business for you, because we want to make sure that we work with clients on an ongoing, year for years. We'd love to bring you a lot more business over the next few years. And so we need to make sure that, we would enjoy working together. You have a good process, and it would just make sense. So this is more of a clarity call in order for us to really answer each other's questions and figure out, is this a good fit? And is this something that we want to, move forward with? So if this resonates with you, if you're interested to see how, my team and we can set these campaigns up for you and start bringing you more leads very quickly, then go ahead and just, click the button right below this video. You can sign up and schedule a time that'll work for you. There's going to be a little bit of info you can fill out. So just fill out that information. Then you'll go to the scheduler. You'll see what slots are available. If there isn't a slot available, then you can contact me through this website, or find however you found this video. You can contact me. You have my information. And you can contact me, and we can, potentially find a way or a time that would work if there's no work times that work for you on the schedule. But go ahead and click the button, schedule a time that will work for you, and just make sure it's a time that you would actually, you're able to show up for, because again, we want to honor each other's time. So we want to, make sure that we're able to commit to the time that we select. So I hope you enjoyed and got value out of this video. I'm super excited to share more, connect more with you, learn more about your business, and find ways that we can bring you more business, more clients, customers, or patients very quickly. So I appreciate you. Thank you for watching this video. Go ahead and click the button below, and I look forward to talking more with you. Thanks.